Ready.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Entering play calls, kickoff wheel.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 7th season in the league, former #1 overall pick, Jameis Winston.
Would you say that last week's
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On 1st and 10, Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, we knew coming in that it's going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jameis to throw it. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
R2 button.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. Leading them out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age. It's Justin Fields.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season.
Entering play call, coach shock H option, inside zone.
Wide open offense.
Shock H option, inside zone.
Right here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
R2 button.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. RPO zone PK selected.
Sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously,
On plan, there are player, there are formation, there are concept, screen, play action, path, do, pass print HD flat, red.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Cross button.
It's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Into the hands of Stevenson.
Entering play call, there are 2 categories. Concept, there are 9 categories. Formation, there are player, there are 9. Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Samuels, Pat Fryermuth, Justin Fields, Jamar Chase, Javonte Williams, Javonte, 26 AHD dive.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now
R1 button.
for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Entering play call, player, there are 9. Formation, there are 9 concept, there are play type, there are 9 category. Personnel, 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 WR, double, bench, stick, bench.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button.
Now a handoff.
R1 button.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so
Entering play call,
find a way.
personnel, there are play type, there are concept, there are formation, there are player, there are 9 on plan, there are 9 coach suggest shock H op for verticals,
Because then you
keep
turn into
curl.
a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Cross button, triangle button, R1 button, R1 button.
Pressure too much this time. Down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 9 categories, you have 12 options, punt is selected.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
Through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Winston now to throw on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Difficult task.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Went under pressure, and they got to him again. Raekwon Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun. Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
R2 button. Entering play call, coach kick.
Offense backward.
Inside zone. Triangle button.
Off play action. Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
This to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
Entering play call, coach suggest double the hit.
4.
Nice rhythm throw.
PhD stretch.
He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Circle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Square button.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's
Cross button.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, Carter, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, on plan, there are 9, formation, pistol, weak, strap, I4, single, special, single back, wing tight, sluggo seam, quick slant, AHB stretch.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Cross button.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here.
Entering play call, wing tight, there are formation, there are player, there are on plan, coach suggestion, shock slot off, AHB stretch.
And that's exactly
Ceiling.
what you want from your Michael.
Inside zone. Spacing. Quick pitch. Curls combo.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button. Square button. Triangle button. Square button.
That is incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach Z-spot and go.
Hang on, it's 3rd down.
Verticals. Z-spot AHD slip screen.
When the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he did.
On plan. There
But he has to
player.
be
There
prepared
are
for people
formation.
to play on it
Concept.
when that
T
ball's up
tap.
for
Media.
grabs.
Up run. Screen. Play action. Do. Padu. Paspring. Pared. Padu left. Padu. Padu left.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Cross button.
Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 37 yards is selected.
So close to the sideline there. They had
On plan, there are player, there are formation, there are concept, key path, media, run, screen, play action, do, paspring, pared, padu left, pared.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Cross button.
Snap it to Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Entering play call, there are 2, concept, formation, there, player, there are John Martin, Justin Fields, Pat Fryer, Jalen Samuels, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Close Pascal, Z-spot.
1st and goal from the 3.
Cross button.
Play clock down to 2. We're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step
Entering play,
in this
close
first
passe, jet sweep, body GL cross, switch, Z-spot. And around leg, Z-spot.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Cross button.
Throw.
Cross button. Cross button. Cross button. Cross button.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We've seen both of these.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On play action, Winston. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On third down, Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Then try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here comes Cohen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And they had a nice little drive going last time.
Entering play call. Player, error, formation, player, John Marte, Justin, Pat Fryer, Jalen Samuels, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Close, Jets Week, Poddy Bielka, Switch, Lee Scott, Flanker Drive, Curls Combo, Podkey, 4 verticals, RPO Zone, Pago Slot, RPO Zone, Curl Combo, RPO Zone, Slants.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Cross button, R1 button, circle button.
He's going to dump that
R2 button.
Back Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Entering play call. J. Close Paseo. Spacing. Foggy out. Spacing. Don't flex. Divide wheel. WR option. Inside post. Corner stops. Flanker spot. Flanker spot. Foggy deal cross. Switch. Spot. Spacing. Pitch WR reverse.
Space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Oh, design run for their one. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Entering player, there, Justin Jefferson, just Slugosine.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
R1 button. Cross button. Circle button. Square button.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
R2 button.
Carolina. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced.
Entering play calls, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add attempt is selected.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now this is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Another nice decision there by Marcus Peters to go for the football. And he comes down with it yet again. Since coming into the league in 2015, no one has more interceptions than Marcus Peters. He's averaged better than 5 per year.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Entering play bench. Inside zone. Y curl. Inside zone.
First down.
And
he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Entering play call, empty flood switch. AHB base. Flanker spot.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Cross button.
They stay on the ground.
R2 button.
Williams.
R2 button.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. HB reel.
Situation, it seemed pretty
Under.
but they brought it back to 3rd manageable with that.
Recent plays. Coach suggestion. Recent play. End around leg. Pass print HB flat. AHB stretch. End around leg. Pass print HB flat. Pass print HB flat. Inside zone. Pass print HB flat. Cross button.
It's now to throw.
Circle button.
To the right side.
R2 button.
Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Entering play clock. Coach suggestion. On plan. Player. Error. Jalen Waddle. Justin Jefferson. Just. Pa Express Cross. Pa Misdirect. Pa Fork. Pa Double and Shot. Bench. Pa Jet Sweep. Pa End Around Sift. Pa Group Flow. Pa Group Comeback. Cross button.
Action. It's Fields.
Square button. Square button.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Entering play call. Just Pa Express Cross. On this direction. Close puck cross. Full ghost drag. Close puck cross. Triangle button. Cross button.
He'll try and run.
Cross button.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it.
Entering play call. Pa Express Cross.
Second and goal now.
Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. Square button.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Entering play call. Player. There are formation. There concept. There are 9. Keep pass. Meet. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action. Do. Red.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Cross button.
Off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button.
And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just...
Entering play call. Coach suggests pick FGK verticals.
But we're seeing
Double post.
See.
On plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are concept. There. Keep pass. Medium. Quick pass. Medium pass. Mesh spot.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal.
Cross button. R1 button. Square button. Triangle button.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A gain of 6 there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Jameis now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 20.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
3rd and 9 looming. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Entering play call, mesh. There are 14 categories. You have 9 options. Mesh is selected. Mesh spot.
If I'm the head coach,
Mesh.
sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up.
Triangle button. Circle button.
Positive.
R2 button.
Positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
7 yards to pick up there.
Entering play, mesh spot, shallow cross. Cross button, circle button,
Fields
square button,
swings this out here.
R2 button.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Entering play, mesh spot, shallow cross, mesh spot, paddle, mesh spot. Cross button, R1 button.
Gets this to
R2 button.
Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? So Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much.
Entering play call, concept, play type, 9, RPO, special, pass, run, RPO, run,
He just wants to continue to
AHP inside zone.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cross button.
They'll hand it off now. Williams.
R2 button.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
Entering play call, inside handoff, play type, RPO, special,
Get yourself
pass,
set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the
quick
clock
pass,
running.
Y stick,
Smart.
threaten spacing, Y-stick,
before
quick
you run your
slant.
second down play.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Here we go.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's how we do it.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now.
Entering play call. Play type. There are not. Run. Inside. AHP inside zone. AHP dive. AHP zone WK.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Get that quarterback.
Cross button.
Williams.
Cross button.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 57 yards is selected. Gun plan. There. Player. There are. Formation. Concept. There. Quick pass. Up. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Pa-do. Pa-sprint HB fly. Pa-red.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Cross button.
Now it's Fields off the boot.
Circle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
Get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
5-10.
First down, Winston. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, Winston. Johnson's got it complete. That catch.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Certainly did its part to got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air.
Entering play call, Padu, Osprint HB flat, Padu, concept, there are play type, there are 9, RPO, special, pass, run, AHP inside zone, AHP dive, AHP zone WK.
No doubt about it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive.
R1 button.
It's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It's
Entering play call, inside and AHP inside zone. Play type, concept, there, formation, player, there, Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, Justin, Pa Express Cross, Pondus direction, Pa Express Cross.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-task.
Triangle buttons, square button, R1 button, triangle button.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other.
Entering play call, Justin player, there, formation, there, concept, keep, medium, quick, up, run, screen, play action, do, red.
On first down, Field.
Triangle button. R2 button.
The hands of Stevenson. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what.
Entering play call, Padu. Posprint HB flat, Pagu. Posprint Pa HB real.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Fields.
Triangle button. Square button.
This one
R2 button.
Jefferson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 39.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available.
Entering. Pagu.
Receiver.
Posprint HB flat.
Step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Circle button.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Square button. Square button.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now the Panthers going to signal for their
entering play clock concept screen pass run off quick pass DV play screen pass play action do Pagu Posprint Pared Pagu left Posprint HB Pa H Pagu Pa HB real.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Square button. Cross button.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Entering play call. Pagu. Posprint. Pared. Posprint HB flat.
Second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound
Square button.
game.
Circle button. Square button.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead on a final play and a half. That is a near perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see
entering play call, coach suggestions? There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
You said right at the end of the half, great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Entering on run out, throw it short, throw it, let's count, run inside.
To Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America
medium
Stadium.
pass. Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
R2 button.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think...
Entering play on plan. There are 9 category run-ins. AHD belly week.
A few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They start the second quarter with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it
entering play call. Run inside. AHD belly week.
Sometimes you just have to give
on plan. Error. Coach suggestion. Recent play. Coach suggestion. On plan. Player. Error. Jalen Watt. Javonte Williams. John Archase. Justin Fields. Pat Fryermuth. Jalen Samuel. Justin Jefferson. Jalen's. Pa F slot. Thick punt FD. Pa F slot. FD dive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cross button.
Play action.
Circle button. Triangle button. Extra button.
Off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get...
Entering play call. Jalen Samuels. Player. Error. Pat Fryermuth.
Yards on the catch there. He could...
Justin Fields.
And it'll be 3rd.
Justin Fields. You have 5 options. Spike ball. QB drop. Player. Error. Formation. There are 9. Goal line. Hail. Special. Single. I form. Single back. Wing type. Sluggo seam. Cross button. R1 button.
Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Carolina. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Cross button.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers about ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play.
Entering play spot.
To an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead.
Don't split WK.
But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Cross button.
Play action. It's Fields. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit.
Entering play call, coach suggests X out.
Barely get a
Zone fit jet.
before you got the quarterback on the ground.
On plan, there are player, there are 9. Formation, there are I form. Close, mesh. AHD stretch.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Cross button.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read.
Entering play mesh. Drag wheel. AHD sweep.
Track, and it cost him.
R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time.
Entering play call, close. There are 3 cat. AHD leg dive.
Downfield, but what a nice
Formation, strong.
And holding it to a short game.
Pistol, gun, goal line, Hail Mary, specialty, coach, gun plan, there, player, there, formation, concept, kick pass, con, switch X, con, AHD angle.
Some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
R1 button. Cross button. Circle button. R1 button.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Four yards remain for second down. Now Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And his throw here is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
There hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're going to have to
Entering play call, Panther spot. RPO zone alert. Z spot. Inside zone.
What you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow.
On plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are goal line. Gun. Biscuit. Weak. Strong. I form. Low. Mesh. Drag wheel. Inside zone.
Begin the drive with Williams.
Cross cutting.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, there's over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who's taken in the 4th round by the Jets.
Entering play, flanker drive, AHB leg dive.
But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Entering play call, close, flanker drive, AHB leg dive.
Again, it's Williams.
Triangle button.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Entering play call,
4 yards.
AHB stretch.
He gets it back
inside zone.
Well, you certainly
Formation, strong.
because they're playing this game now.
Player, there are 9, Pat Fryer, Jalen Samuel, Justin Jefferson, Justin Slugosim.
And making it work.
Square button, circle button, circle button.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up...
Entering play call, just experts cross.
Defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play.
On this direction.
That's one right there.
Experts cross.
Immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Triangle button, square button, cross button, cross button. Cross button, circle button, R1 button, R1 button.
Comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Carolina. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing, Winston. Pressure comes and down he goes. Raekwon Davis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Oh, there, that brings up 4th.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
R2 button.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
Entering play call. Coach suggests on plan. Player, area, formation, concept, option, run, sprint, play action, do, sprint, HB, flat, red.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Out deep for
Triangle button.
and nearly another interception.
Entering play call. Do. Padu.
This time,
Sprint. Padu. Sprint HB flat. Sprint HB flat. Pod HB wheel.
See what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Triangle button. Circle button.
In Freiermuth, right side. Now the stiff arm created some space. And
Entering play call. Do. There are 2 Padu.
do get a couple.
Padu contact.
Staring at a 3rd
Red.
coming up.
I think it's
Wide drag wheel.
a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve
Red.
that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Cross button.
Fields now to throw.
Square button. Square button.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down.
Entering play. Padu. Sprint H. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split. Cross button.
On first down,
Cross button.
Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11. Inside zone split. Concept. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action. Do. There. Sprint HB. Red.
Held their spot and stacked him up.
Cross button.
From the 45 on
Triangle button.
Fields. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Entering play call. Padu. Concept. Keep pass. Media. Quick pass. Opt. Run. Inside zone split. Zone fit jet. Inside zone split.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
Cross button.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Entering play call, inside zone split.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Coming to you. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Cross button.
Now Williams.
R1 button.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Entering play call, inside zone. Concept. Option.
He's not much
Pass. Formation. Error. Player. Error. Jalen Waddle. Jalen. Close pass AL.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
4 down. Check. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Cross button.
Throw.
Square button. Circle button. R1 button. Square button.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Entering play call, Jalen Waddle. Player, error 9, Justin Jefferson.
twice. The protection was that good.
Coach suggestions, on plan, player, error 9, formation, concept, screen, play action, do, pass sprint Pared.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Check. 45 to Mike.
Cross button,
Fields.
triangle button,
He'll get this into
button.
Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down.
Entering play call, coach, gun plan, player, error, formation, gun, pistol, weak, strike, sing, Hail Mary. Concept, keep, me, run, screen, play action, do, Pared.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Cross button,
Snap it to Fields.
triangle button,
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense.
entering play call, boom, there are 2 categories, you have 11 options, Padu left is selected.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, boys.
Entering play call, do, Padu. Concept, keep us.
So the
Medium
change there does not
pass,
go their
option,
way. So will it
run,
remain a complete pass?
inside zone split.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a man who's been busy.
Cross button.
It's Williams. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Entering play call, concept, option, quick pass, media, keep pass, play action pass, play type, there are not, RPO, special, pass, run. AHD inside zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're
entering play call.
It's
Play type, personnel carrier, play type, RPO, special, pass, run, out, AHD stretch.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Cover.
Oh, the Jets
R2 button.
throttle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Entering play call, out, play type, RPO, special, pass,
These guys are
run.
doing their job pretty well, right?
Coach, recent plays, coach, on plan, there are 9 player, there are 9 cat formation, I form, strap, I form, close, mesh, AHD stretch.
Remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4.
Cross cutting,
A give to Williams.
R2 button,
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to...
entering play call, coach suggest, on plan, there, player, there are 9, formation, concept, screen, play action, do, there are, Pared.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Cross button,
Fields.
triangle button, triangle button, triangle button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
A first down throw for Winston. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
He's definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
But now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Dancing to his left. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Winston now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia.
R2 button.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe...
Entering play call, Padu, sprint HP flat, concept, there are not screen, run, inside zone split.
It is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now a 1st down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
Entering play call, inside zones, zone fit jet.
4th quarter.
AHB zone WK.
Drive, Charles. What do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Cross button.
Williams going to get
button.
2nd down.
And he'll go down right around the 47.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11 categories. Inside zone split.
Charles in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Cross cutting.
Now carry number 2.
Cross cutting.
Here's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11. Inside zone split. Concept. Screen pass. Play action pass. Do.
Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cross cutting.
Play action, Fields.
Square cutting. Square button.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call. Undo.
Formula.
Osprey HB. Red.
As long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the 50, here's Fields.
Triangle button.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
That was in question.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
League. Quick strikes. You're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Jameis now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. And that falls to the ground.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in
Entering play call. Pago slot. THP inside zone.
Felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Taking a shot here and
intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
And now, as this one's in the air. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
R2 button.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game.
Entering play call, coach suggest on plan. There are player. There are 9 cat formation. Goal line. Hail. Special. Single. I form. Single back. Winged. Sluggo seam. Mesh. 26. Florida. AHD stretch.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
They give it to Williams.
Cross button.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. This defense...
Entering play call, formation. There are 9. Special team. Hail Mary. Concept. Deep pass. Media. Quick run. Screen. Play action pass. Boom. There are 2. Red.
But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Cross button.
Throw is Fields.
Triangle button. Circle button.
This man complete. It's Stevenson.
Entering play call. Do. There. Padu.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Go. Go.
Cross button.
Play action. Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Winston. He completes it right side to White. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
One button.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening.
Entering play call, on plan. There are 9 categories. Run inside is selected. Run inside. AHB belly weak.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
They'll try and run down
Cross button.
Williams. And he takes us across the 15 to the 7.
Entering play call, run inside. AHB belly. AHB inside zone. AHB dive.
Now after getting
Close zone STR2.
to keep the ball on the ground.
AHB dive.
We're covering the football, taking care of the ball. All the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Cross button.
Williams going to
R2
get
button.
on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Entering play on plan. There are 9 formation. There concept. Keep pass. Media. Quick up. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Red. Cross button.
It's Fields.
Triangle button. Circle button.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And that pickup.
Entering play call.
Because
Concept. Error. Screen pass. Run.
Frustrating defense.
Inside zone split.
From getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
1 button.
Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Entering play call, concept, play type, pass, special, RPO, concept, error, screen, play action, do, red.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 11 now.
Triangle button, triangle button, triangle button.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a
entering play call. Padu.
Try and get the football.
Sprint HB flat.
Getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll fake the handoff. Now feed.
Cross button. Square button. Cross button.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Count is selected.
6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Winston readies the offense. Down by 7. Just over 1:40 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Winston to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Job, force the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And inside the 20.
Entering play call. Over. There are 4 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken.
Entering play call. Over. There are 4 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little short.
Entering play call. Over. There are 4 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
R2 button.
By Deshaun Elliott. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back.
Entering play call. THP dive.
Even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
R1 button.
Down.
Triangle button.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their...
Entering play call. AHB counter.
13 seconds.
AHB stretch.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 6 options. 94 will is selected. ISO. AHB zone WK. QB heel.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Count is selected.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Panthers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam
Post-game
next
report
week
player
as they
stats.
host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.